There was a time when electric vehicles were way too expensive. That is starting to change. The technology has now trickled down to the point where some EVs are now within the reach of budget car buyers. The Vinfast VF5 is one such example. Now, as far as economics are concerned, there are two main barriers to EV ownership in the Philippines. One is the high cost of entry, and two is the cost of battery replacement, which can go up to 6 figures after the warranty expires. Now, Vinfast addresses those two barriers with the VF5. Number one, it lowers the cost of entry. The VF5 is one of the most affordable full EVs that you can buy. It sells for 1,191,000 pesos with the battery and 992,000 pesos without the battery. Vinfast is the first and only car brand in the Philippines that offers a battery lease program, which gives you the option to buy just the car and then lease the batteries separately. Now, the advantages of the setup are: 1, it lowers the initial cost, and 2, you'll never have to buy a new battery. Vinfast will replace your battery when the capacity drops below 70%. The cost of the lease is 5,800 pesos every month. The subscription includes comprehensive coverage for battery maintenance and replacement. The VF5 is a subcompact crossover, smaller than most ICE crossovers but bigger than any EV in its price bracket. The VF5 measures 3,967 millimeters long, 1,723 millimeters wide, and 1,578 millimeters tall. It's about the size, if not slightly smaller, than the most popular subcompact crossovers in the market. The ground clearance is 168 millimeters, and its wheelbase is 2,540 millimeters. It comes in Brahimni white, crimson red, Neptune gray, and Vinfast blue. The quirky styling is courtesy of Pininfarina, the same company behind these cars over here, and over here. At the front, you get these halogen headlamps. You get Vinfast's signature V-shaped accent over here, and you get the Vinfast logo at the center. It gets 17-inch wheels wrapped in 205 55 series Goodyear tires. You get disc brakes on all 4 wheels. Now, as for the suspension, it gets a torsion beam at the back and McPherson's at the front. The V-shaped motif continues at the back with this V-shaped light bar with the Vinfast logo at the center. It gets a cut on the C-pillar for that floating roof look. You get a rear wiper, a rear spoiler with a third brake light. The rear parking sensors, the reverse lights, and the turn signals are mounted on the bumper. It gets a manual liftgate, and in here you get 260 liters of cargo space, which is more space than any EV in its class. I can fit my camera equipment here, and if you still need more space, you can fold the second row seats down. The VF5 is powered by an in-house developed electric motor that puts out 135 horsepower and 134 Newton-meters of torque. That's enough power to propel the VF5 from 0 to 100 kph in just 10.9 seconds. It has a battery capacity of 38.4 kilowatt hours, which is good enough for 326 kilometers of range. It can be charged from 10 to 70% in just 30 minutes through a Type 2 charging port which supports both AC and DC charging. The VF5 is one of the most spacious full EVs in its price bracket, if not the most spacious. I have plenty of legroom over here. Shoulder room is pretty good. It's not a very wide vehicle, but for people of my build, I think there's going to be more than enough space between the driver and the passenger. Now, considering its price and considering that it's an EV, it is pretty well equipped. For one, you get leather-wrapped seats. Both seats are manually adjustable. You get plenty of driver aids. You get non-adaptive cruise control, you got blind spot warning, you got rear cross traffic alert, you got an 8-inch infotainment screen, it has Android Auto, you also get Apple CarPlay, and you also get a high-resolution reverse camera. It gets a fully digital instrument cluster, you got this rotary shifter over here, you got a manual handbrake, you got 2 cup holders over here. Now as far as storage goes, the glove box is decently sized. Also, you have plenty of storage space on the door cards. Now here at the back seat, they have about 4 inches of knee room. Headroom is also pretty decent. They have about 3.5 inches of headroom back here. Now as far as toys go, you get 1 USB port down there. There are 2 cup holders over there which you can share with the people at the front. There is no center armrest, but you get a leather wrapped armrest over here. You also have map pockets over here. Despite its entry-level price, the VF5 is loaded with safety features. It has 6 airbags, a reverse camera, it has the usual acronyms that you would expect from a modern car, like ABS, EBD, plus it has active safety features such as a rear cross traffic alert and blind spot warning. Unless you've been following automotive news closely, it is likely that you have not heard of the brand Vinfast. Now, Vinfast is founded by Vingroup, one of the largest conglomerates in Vietnam. They operate at a massive and global scale. They sell cars in Europe, the US, Australia, and now they're in the Philippines. The cars are produced in a state-of-the-art, almost fully automated 3.35 million square kilometer production facility in Vietnam. Now, we personally got to visit the facility a couple of months ago. Much of the assembly is done autonomously using high-precision robots, from stamping the panels all the way to painting. Quality control is done in various stages of the assembly to minimize the chances of defective parts making it to the final product. Vinfast currently produces electric cars and motorcycles in the assembly plant, and their current lineup in the Philippines, including the VF5, were all designed from the ground up as electric vehicles. None of them are converted from ICE platforms. One important consideration when buying a new car is after-sales service. Vinfast offers 7 years or 160,000 kilometers of warranty, whichever comes first. Those who avail of the battery subscription service will get the free battery maintenance and replacement if the battery capacity goes below 70%. The Vinfast VF5 is a promising entry into the local EV market. It brings the cost of entry down while still providing decent range, power, and interior space. If you want to know what it's like to drive and live with, watch out for our full review. Subscribe to be updated.